Hello and welcome to this presentation on the branding for Wellbeing Wayfinder. I'll just start by going through an overview. So the Wellbeing Wayfinder, as you know, is a non-for-profit organisation providing an online directory to help South Australians find alternative natural therapies in their local area. So one of the problems that they're trying to solve for mental health disorders, because they are on the rise in Australia, and as we have seen here in Australia, the medical system is overloaded and treatments are expensive. Another problem they're trying to solve is alternative therapies are a cost-effective solution in supporting better mental health. However, a lot of these businesses are small businesses, so they don't always have the marketing funds available to get the word out. So why solve the problem? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Mental health disorders will only continue to rise. The solution is the Wellbeing Wayfinder. Potential stakeholders could be the South Australian government, and local councils may be interested in this initiative. We've done a bit of research on the competitors. There's not many out there. So the natural therapy pages is one of them. That's one of the better ones. So that would be the one that I would aim to look at. They have decent branding, nice, clean, user-friendly website that appeals to the target audience. The Australian Organic Directory, they do listings for these alternative therapies around Australia, but their website is very outdated, and it's actually very overwhelming when you go on their page. And the other one is Spiritual SA. Now, they are mainly a Facebook group, but they do offer membership for businesses to list on their website, but their website doesn't actually have branding. It's very outdated. They don't even have a logo. We can see that, natural therapy pages, just like the Wellbeing Wayfinder, is user-friendly and easy to find. The Australian Organic and Natural Directory is easy to find but difficult to navigate. And Spiritual SA is hard to find and difficult to navigate. Looking at our target audiences, so female teens aged 14 to 19 years, maybe having body image issues and self-harming, targeting parents, maybe 30 to 50 years with children that have ASD and anxiety disorders. New mums aged 25 to 38 years with postnatal depression. Fathers 35 to 39 years seem to have a high suicide rate due to family breakdown, not being able to see their kids. So these are the main target audiences. So when we're breaking down those words, well-being, wellness, so when we're looking at wellness, the key to wellness is mental health, your physical body, your social connections, your environment, finances, and your emotions. So looking at the word Wayfinder, traditionally Wayfinders have been a navigational tool. They help people locate things. You'll go to a shopping centre and there's digital wayfinders there that will help you find your way around the shopping centre. Our mood board, we would like it to be calming, soothing, showing your target audience. When you looking at the color palette, we've stuck to natural tones, really earthy, representing all the different elements. For the motive that's used in the logo, I have drawn different natural elements and also taken those keywords from Wellbeing and Wayfinder and really looked deeper into how we can represent those words. I've gone with this shape, which can represent a water droplet. This shape also represents the fire, a flame. It also represents a leaf, so earth, the earth element. And as a leaf blows down, it's blown by air. So I feel like it's really representing all the elements. And then I've placed it into a spiral because well-being, the spiral of life, has been traditionally associated with well-being. I have experimented with numerous fonts and typefaces. Really wanted to do well-being in a script because I feel like it's nice and flowy and calm, which goes well with the brand, as opposed to like a complex script, which is too traditional and formal and more rigid. Used the Blythe font for this well-being, and then for Wayfinder, I've gone with a Gillis Sans extra condensed in bold. And the reason I really like this font for the word Wayfinder is because it's got this W and this F, and They look like their tails look like they're pointing you in a direction. So that's why I've used this font. So pulling all those elements together, the color, the motif, and the fonts, I've created a stacked logo, and as you can see, that motif is part of the eye, and it's moving people into the right direction. It's created in black, so it works well in black, it works well in monotone, and also works very well in white. I've added a tagline, which is find your way back to you. So when you're using your logo, you want to make sure that it is spaced correctly. Logo usage restrictions. So obviously you don't want to mess with the leading on your logo or change where the elements are or use different colors that are not part of your branding in the logo. So here's some abstract elements that you can use, which I've used throughout this presentation, so you can see as examples on how you can use some of these elements. Photography, you want photos that bring a sense of calm and serenity. The photos could display the services that you have or products that you have in the directories. Tone of voice should be calm and compassionate. We want clients to feel that they have like a trusted guide walking beside them. We've created a simple sitemap. Here are some examples of the design using those warm images and the layout. This is the home page example. Then we have the About Us page, which also has Meet the Team. And on the Find the Therapies page, you can break them up into categories. And I think it's really handy to have a map where they can just search the map and find these therapies near them. Events and workshops. So you'll have the events and workshops in here, and people can book now and see the information that they're looking for. Listing the business. It's important that you have your join now. So you've got your call to action. So we've also got some flyers. This is what the advertisements would look like if they were, say, on the back of a bus, if they were on a bus shelter or they were on a billboard. We've also created 12 social media posts. It's really important that, if someone goes to your profile, that it's aesthetically pleasing to look at. And thank you for joining me for this presentation.